Hey folks, welcome to Top 3 in Cybersecurity, a bite-sized view of 3 of the most important news stories in cybersecurity this week. Now let's jump in. Coming in at number 1 this week is a report of over 15,000 account credentials being stolen from GitHub Repos. The Emerald Whale hacking operation exploited exposed Git configuration files, stealing over 15,000 cloud credentials from thousands of private repositories. That's an interesting part. These weren't public, these are private. Now, these were discovered by Sysdig. This campaign used automated tools to scan IP ranges for publicly accessible Git config files that had those sensitive tokens within them. And then these tokens allowed hackers to download the repositories from platforms like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, where they further search for additional credentials. Now, often these files do contain API keys and cloud credentials, enabling hackers to access databases, source code, and other sensitive information. Now, this operation highlights the risks of exposed secrets, and really enforces the need for developers to use secret management tools and avoid, at all costs, embedding credentials directly in code. Now, coming in number 2 this week is a former Disney employee who was arrested and charged with hacking into Disney's menu system after being fired in June. He allegedly used still active credentials to alter fonts, replacing them with symbols, which disabled the menu system for weeks. Now, this attacker also reportedly edited the QR codes on menus to link to a site urging to boycott Israel and removed allergen information, risking severe health issues. The attack further attempted a denial of service attack on Disney employees by bombarding login pages with failed attempts and allegedly kept personal data of his targets in a docs folder. Now, a search revealed that the attacker used VPNs and virtual machines to hide his identity, and he now faces over potentially up to 15 years in prison for this attack. Now, leaving ex-employees with access to applications is asking for trouble, and something Zilla Security can directly help with. So if you want to know any more about this, or if any of your terminated employees can do this, leave a comment, and happy to work with you on a free assessment for that. Now, coming in for number 3 this week, Microsoft is set to enhance security across Entra tenants by making multi-factor authentication registration mandatory. Now, this is great. Under their Secure Future initiative, launched in November 23, this change will prevent users from bypassing the MFA setup during their initial 14-day period, aiming to reduce account compromises significantly. MFA reportedly will block over 99.2% of identity-based attacks. Really important to set up. Now, starting December 2nd, all new tenants with security defaults will require MFA registration upon first login, and existing tenants in January of 25. This is the latest step by Microsoft to improve the security of the customers after recently requiring any Entra global admins must enable MFA earlier this year. A great step forward for everybody and really helps enforce best practices. Hopefully we'll see fewer breaches because of it. All right, that's it for this week. I hope everyone's enjoyed this bite-sized view of cybersecurity news, and I'll catch everyone next week.